Imagine waking up 20,000 years ago, before cities, before civilization, when every single day was a fight to survive. Our journey begins at sunrise, where survival starts with the very first light of day.
Global cave findings prove it. This rewrites our entire history. Let's rewind 3 million years. We weren't apex hunters. We were actually scavengers. Lions downed an antelope, devouring the prime cuts, organs, muscle. Hyenas then swarmed the leftovers, crushing ribs and small bones. Only grim scraps remained. Thick-legged bones defied hyena jaws. Our signature dish, bone marrow. Hominids grabbed these dense bones, smashing them with crude stones. Inside, dripping fat, they finger-scooped and ate it raw. To them, this was an exclusive, untouchable feast. Marrow was safely locked away. Only we had hands to smash it open. Brains were also menu items. A skull yields nearly a pound of fat. Fat means pure, dense calories. A skull was hitting the jackpot. Hence, your body still hoards fat like gold. It remembers we ate bugs, too. Termites, grubs, beetles, plump larvae, big as your thumb, crunched just like shrimp. Bugs weren't a desperate backup, they were dinner. This was reality for 1 million years, day in, day out. Then things got weirder. Enter fire. Wonderwork Cave holds the oldest human fire, South Africa, 1 million years ago. Fire brought us cooking, meat, roasted roots, ember-baked marrow. Cooking is basically pre-digestion. Raw diets exhaust your gut for hours. Cooked meals are already broken down. Less energy spent on digestion meant more extracted calories. Guts shrank. This freed massive energy, powering up the brain. It's 2% weight, but burns 20% calories. Raw veggies fall short. We needed hot, fatty meals. Cooking built our brains, and brains built the modern world. The menu expanded. By 300,000 years ago, ancestors resembled us. They ate whatever they could nab, dig or grab, river fish and coastal shellfish. Roots, wild grains, berries, nuts, and foraged mushrooms. But mostly, honey. Tanzania's Hadza tribe still eat like our ancestors. Pre-agriculture, wild honey supplies 15% of their calories. Scaling deadly trees, enduring hundreds of stings, just for that sweet caloric payoff. That primal sugar craving lives inside you. Today, your brain demands it. Since sugar delivered 2 crucial things: quick energy and backup fuel stored as fat. That fat prevented starvation during famines. A oozing honeycomb was the ultimate jackpot they'd ever see. This software still runs in your DNA. Your gut can't differentiate wild honey from a donut. Modern food hijacked this ancient glitch to build billion-dollar empires. Soda, candy, cereal, sauces, even regular bread. Nearly all packaged foods are just sugar in clever disguises. That's why snacking is so addictive. Your body is desperately storing fat for a famine, but sugar wasn't the sole prize. What else did ancestors crave? Meat? One mammoth fed a tribe for weeks. A massive hunt saved endless foraging hours. This free time let us raise kids, share skills, craft tools, and share campfire tales. Hence, your modern obsession with protein. Every craving you feel today was forged by survival instincts. Yet, there's one dark craving we'd rather deny each other. At England's Goff's Cave, scientists unearthed human remains, bones dating back 14,700 years. They revealed a genuinely chilling narrative. Skulls were meticulously scrubbed. Faces and bases were precisely removed. Only the skull cap remained, fashioned into a drinking cup. Long bones were split, exactly like hominids splitting antelope bones to extract marrow. Here's where it gets truly grim. They weren't starving. The cave was packed with horse and deer bones. Food was plentiful. A 2017 study tallied the calories. A human yields roughly shir arwand wu 10. A bison packs lojawan. A mammoth boasts 7 million. Humans were terrible calorie investments. They were a deliberate choice. A forearm bone from Goff's cave featured engraved zigzag patterns. Post-defleshing. This wasn't survival hunger. It was a macabre ritual. Goff's cave wasn't an isolated incident. Similar European findings prove humanity practiced this for hundreds of millennia. Not for survival, but for twisted symbolism. But wait, it gets weirder. Ancestors didn't just prefer fresh cuts. They enjoyed spoiled meat. After a big kill, unable to finish it, they buried the carcass. They hid meat in caves, submerged it in freezing streams for days, weeks, or even months. When they finally retrieved it, the flesh was maggot-infested and reeked terribly. They devoured it anyway. Experts believe they actually preferred it. Bacteria predigests rotting flesh, making it easier to chew and absorb. Bacteria even generate essential B vitamins. Your biology hasn't forgotten. Your favorite fermented foods are just controlled decay. Cheese, yogurt, sourdough, beer, wine, soy sauce, pickles, it's all just safely paused, rotting. Your cheese craving didn't start in France. It began on a prehistoric savanna, eating something exponentially worse. Your modern cravings for fats, salts, and sugars for the most calorie-dense treats are deep-seated survival codes. Your body ignores modern supermarkets and fridges. It only knows one rule: consume the richest, rarest foods. Gorge while you can, because tomorrow starvation might strike. So, during that 11 p.m. fridge raid, despite not being hungry, you're executing a prehistoric software update, perpetually scanning, trying to prevent starvation. But that harsh world vanished long ago. If you dropped an average modern human into the wilderness 50,000 years ago, they'd perish within days. You'd fail at finding water. Most plants would be toxic mysteries. You'd lack the strength to hunt. You would die, surrounded by invisible natural food sources. Conversely, if a prehistoric human materialized in your kitchen, they'd think they stumbled into heaven's pantry. They'd be utterly bewildered by it all. Icy sweet drinks trapped in metal, pre-baked bread, milk that stays magically fresh, alien fruits from unknown continents, an endless feast requiring zero hunting. It would seem like the most luxurious oasis any human had ever encountered. For 3 million years, humans were perpetually starving, freezing, and exhausted. You are the rare exception, and you barely realize how incredibly lucky.
But surviving another day depended on one thing above all else: finding enough food. Food wasn't just about survival. It transformed the human brain forever.
For millennia, the Hadza thrived in this dry land. Their ancient lifestyle endures today. The Hadza reject strict schedules and modern clinical medicine, choosing ancestral freedom instead. Tanzania's Hadza tribe reveals rare ancient foraging habits, which our team eagerly captured. They work just 15 hours weekly. With zero hierarchy, bosses don't exist. Let's rethink our 9-to-5 South. Sunrise hits the savannah, sparking the Hadza's morning. Life flows with nature's rhythm. Just one bag needed. A standard camp holds about 30 people, sharing food and wisdom together. We need more wood for tonight. Didn't you bring the big logs? He did, but they were soaked. Tribal justice. 4 men gather around the fire, yet the 5th seat is empty, a clear sign of social exile. Ha, ha, ha. Our scientist loved the ox, but the tribe found his clumsy panic. Comedy gold. Big egos deflate pretty quickly here. Nature humbles everyone effortlessly. By mid-morning, hunters are busy sharpening their aim. Bullseye means dinner might actually happen. Still, most hunts end up empty-handed. Statistically, only 1 in 7 succeeds. Just like that, he scores. A Ireland-mile trek today. Letting the poison work. Springboks, Cape buffaloes, and even tall giraffes, they all count. With bows resting, the women shift into gathering mode. They haul essential food and fire. Calorie-wise, data proves the women, shown in orange, bring home the bacon or berries, shown in brown. They expertly forage across the plains. Some scale trees for fresh fruit, while others dig up starchy roots. Even at 60, she's a powerhouse provider, proving experience beats youth out here. This GRAPH compares our brains to other apes, showing humanity's massive cognitive leap, which is still climbing today. For the Hadza, sharing is absolutely mandatory. Simple gifts forge unbreakable tribal bonds. They rely fully on old-school foraging. Watch them unearth roots with basic sticks. They are the ultimate survival experts. This 6-year-old just foraged her own snacks. Their classroom is the wild savanna, learning to feed the whole tribe, inheriting skills spanning countless generations. Come noon, the tribe pools their morning harvests. Today's menu, sweet wild berries. This showcases the golden Hadza rule. Every single calorie is split evenly among all camp members. This sharing triggers dopamine straight to the human brain. This map charts an active food-sharing web among tribal elders, revealing highly advanced social networks offline. Eating seems incredibly simple, yet it requires intense social math to divide resources fairly here. Being generous is their savings plan. Late afternoon, when shadows stretch across the sun-baked dirt, basking in the fading sunlight, the men obsessively tune their gear. Arrows get sharpened. Grooming isn't a spa day here. It's social glue. When nature actually calls, you just find a quiet bush. Toilet paper? Just use leaves. We track early, before dew vanishes. That's how we secure lunch. This is ridiculous. You can't pull this stunt here. Don't blame me. I'm totally innocent. The clock was ticking. He quickly grabbed his survival gear with just 15 minutes left. Before hitting the trail, the Hadza have roamed these lands for over 1 years, perfecting the ultimate off-grid lifestyle. Driving with their feet. Groundhog Day Corporate Edition. trapped between cubicle walls and the sofa. Late afternoon means family time. Father and son trekked the plains. Notice how scattered camps socialize, miles apart, linked by ancient invisible trails. Looking at the health data, they are absurdly fit and joyful. Usually, anyway. At dusk, the men regroup. Smashing open a baobab pod, they stoke the crackling campfire. Dinner is always a group event. He pondered our modern rat race, the soul-crushing cubicle walls, and smartly noped out of it. By 1960, research pivoted hard into deep immersion. Scientists logged endless hours here. Meet the Hadza, dubbed history's first wealthy society. The trade-off is obvious, trading a timeless, natural existence for modern antibiotics and vaccines. Depicted by this needle, farming was humanity's biggest double-edged sword.
As darkness covered the land, another forgotten chapter of human life was just beginning. Evidence suggests that ancient adults often experienced sleep differently from people today.
Tonight, after sunset, you'll flick a switch. Instant brightness, without a second thought. For nearly all human history, switches didn't exist. At dusk, things went pitch black. You couldn't see your hand, right before your eyes. We rarely experience this today. For Cenobite millennia, all your ancient ancestors spent half their lives in utter darkness. Candles weren't even an option back then. Just the dark sky, stars, and a desperately flickering fire. So, how did they kill all those hours? The truth rewrites everything we know about human sleep, stories, and our very human nature. First up, fire. It made all this evolutionary magic possible. The oldest proof of humans taming flames is Wonderwork Cave, South Africa, about 1 million years ago. But fire wasn't just a heater. It entirely hacked our daily schedule. Pre-fire, we acted just like other primates. Come sundown, you'd hide up a tree somewhere and froze. Nighttime strolls meant becoming snacks. Our night vision totally sucks. Next to the predators hunting us, leopards, hyenas, wolves, they all saw perfectly fine. Fire flipped that script instantly. Literally. A campfire built a safety bubble, about 10 feet wide. Inside it, beasts stay away. Step out, you die. That's no exaggeration. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherers have proven that. Folks wandering off into the dark. Here's the cool part. Fire wasn't merely a night guard. It offered a brand new perk. Bonus time. Consider this. Pre-fire, productivity died at dusk. Roughly 12 hours in summer, maybe just 8 in winter. Fire instantly unlocked. Hours of usable life every single day across thousands of generations. That bonus time evolved us. In Archaeology, anthropologist Polly Wiesner dropped a study in a major National Academy journal. She spent years tracking chats, of the Kalahari's Juhwanzi Bushmen, a rare surviving hunter-gatherer tribe. Her findings were mind-blowing. By daylight, 80% of chatter was pure business. Hunting spots, ripe plants, whining, logistics, and trading. Day talk was a grind, but nightly, fireside, the vibe shifted completely. 81% of night chats became storytelling. Epic tales of faraway folks, wild adventures, creation myths, and punchlines cracking the camp up. Wiesner believes these campfire chats birthed human culture itself. The fire was our first theater, classroom, and sacred space. It taught us to look beyond the now, right now, and dream up the impossible. It's where we became human. But nights weren't just campfire stories. Something else was brewing. A quirk science, only just rediscovered recently. You aren't wired to sleep the way you do today. In 2001, historian Roger Ekirch dropped a paper rewriting sleep science. After 16 years digging through dusty archives, he struck unexpected gold. Woolbite references spanning centuries. Youth century prayer books, court logs, private diaries, medical texts, everyday letters, even Homer's Odyssey. All echoing one bizarre concept. First and second sleep. Pre-industrial revolution, nobody slept 8 hours straight. You'd crash right after dark. Snooze for 4 hours, then wake up. You'd chill for 2 hours, dead, in the night. Then hit the hay for 4 more. Till sunrise. Not insomnia, just perfectly normal. It was the universal human default for millennia. So what did folks do while awake? ATR, ADAN, MDAN? Everything. A 11th century French doc urged couples to make babies mid-sleep, claiming they'd perform better. Folks visited neighbors, decoded weird dreams while still half asleep. They journaled, or just lay in bed, deep in thought. A Yiten Wobaimel medical manual advised patients the prime time to study and ponder was the watch, what they called the quiet gap between sleep rounds, when minds were zen and the world paused. Now, historians saw these clues for ages, but kept mislabeling first sleep as something else, because they literally couldn't fathom humans ever sleeping differently. It was so ingrained, translators totally butchered ancient Greek and Latin texts to force-fit their modern habits, until science backed up the history books. In Nidil Juar, psychiatrist Thomas Ware at a top mental health institute did a test. He took some volunteers and killed all fake lighting for them. For a month, they endured 14 dark hours nightly, exactly like our caveman ancestors, before fire ruined bedtime. Weeks later, everyone naturally slipped into this rhythm. 4 hours asleep. 1 to 3 hours awake. Then, another 4 asleep. Nobody coached them. It wasn't hinted. Biology just took over. Like an ancient hard drive booted up. Deep inside, buried under centuries of light bulbs, Ware checked their hormones during that awake gap and found crazy results. They were in a totally unique, strange waking state. Brains pumped, Massive prolactin levels, the exact stuff released in meditation, and post-climax, they felt pure peace, hyper-reflective, highly zen, not just a sleep interruption. It was a unique, conscious state, totally alien to most modern humans. So, what ruined it? The culprit is stupidly simple. Light. 1600s cities started putting up streetlights. Paris led the charge under Louis XIV, trying to slash crime rates. London agreed. The scary, dangerous dark of night finally became walkable. Enter cheap candles. Then, E10 Bye-Bye-Mill gas lamps.
Although thousands of years separate us from our ancestors, many of the instincts that kept them alive still shape who we are today.